Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Paul, and I am a nerd, and you are not. Well, maybe you are, maybe you're not. Chances are you aren't, but that's all right because that is our job. I am here today with Leanne and Mary Jo, and we are here for the October 2015 Worldox Virtual User Group meeting from Attorney Computer Systems. That's us. Today we are talking about the new search functionality within GX4. Mary Jo is going to talk about that. And I am going to talk about all the control that you have now over your favorite files in Worldox.
So searching, we have our regular search that we've always had, these little binoculars up here. This has not changed.
Hold on one second. You didn't ask for keyboard and mouse, did you?
I did, but I don't think you gave it to me.
Well, hold on. Well, you just keep talking and I'll get to the keyboard.
So the little binoculars that we had up on the toolbar, that has not changed. We still have the search template. You can still fill those out. You can still save those. That search function is still there. So there's really not much that is different in that. But if we go over to our toolbar here, right now I'm in a list. I'm going to close that for just a second and come out here. So now if I come into Worldox on this main screen here, I have a little binoculars out here, and I also have some things that I can find. So in here right now I'm finding the file contents. But if you do the drop down, I have all of my most recent searches in here, whether it would be something I did through the search template, or whether I was just looking for, my favorite files, or if I was doing a find for something. All of those most recent things that I've searched for are available. So right here I'm going to be searching for all documents, not just a certain list of documents or for a certain client or any of that. And I can just start typing in something. I think we had something that had, what was it, best regards, Paul, I think was in a thing. And I'm going to search all documents that have best regards either in the description or in the content text. And that's going to bring up all of those documents that have it. And you can see that here's the document, and inside of that document is best regards. So I had found all of these documents on this list for that.
Now that's very cool. So if you people that don't have GX4 are going, wow, how did she do that? The answer is, Mary Jo?
It's GX4. And GX4 has been released, and if you are on maintenance, I can help you get your new license number for GX4 and help you get it installed. So it is great. So that is just a wonderful feature out here on the main screen. Find, and then you can just come in here and type what you want to find. Now, if I'm already in a list, I'm just going to go out to my favorites here, and I'm going to show all my favorite files. And I'm going to come out onto a list here. And now I have the same thing. I've got these little binoculars and then the find contents. And again, I can search in here for my best regards. And I am searching through these documents, and I am finding everything that has to do with best regards, not just my favorite files. At this point, even though I'm on a list, I'm searching everything that's out there in Worldox for those particular things. So that's the new find search right here on that window here. Now I can then also filter and do some different filters in here. If I do my drop down for this, I can search for all files, or I can do for certain types of documents. Now I'm on a list, and it looks like just message and PDFs are available on this particular list. If I had other document types there, I could filter that out even further to do it by message, or I just want to see all the messages that have best regards in it, or I just want to see all the PDFs that have that in there. So I can further filter that information by coming into that window there and typing whatever it is, whatever kind of a document there that I want to type. And again, I've got my latest ones right in here. I've done a search on best regards, so I can go back if I'm searching for, I think Paul was searching for love here once, so if we put that in there.
All the wrong places.
Now, whoops, I'm in all the wrong places. So I could go out and actually start a search template from there as well. So I'm going to go back out to my favorite files here real quick and just show all my favorites. And just show you that you also still have the ability to organize your list, whatever you're searching, to start typing in here for, something in the description or something there. I could just type in a word and search that list for a certain thing as well. That's still there. That has not changed. So there, Paul's typed in verify, so I can find all the instances of verify and just push my down arrow or click on my down arrow, and list there when it pops up and find all the other instances of that. So just a couple of new boxes here that help searching become a little more easy. And, again, you still always have that find template up here. You still have your direct access that works the same. So when you're trying to find a document, you can get to it quickly.
And then I'm going to show two more things. I'm going to show, we already saw that I typed verify, and it took me there, and I can down and down, and I can scroll between those. But if I had like 100 documents that had verify in it, and I just wanted to see them all, I can go here and type verify, and it will search when I type in this filter box within the descriptions for the currently displayed list. So now I can see that, yes, I do truly only have 2 documents that have the word verify. And I don't have to scroll between them and look at all the other documents on my screen at the same time. I can just see these. And then the other thing I want to point out is that, and I'm showing you a couple extra things of Mary Jo because my topic is so small and
I gave that for you, Paul.
The other thing to show you here is that these binoculars here, unlike these binoculars that take you to the search templates, these binoculars determine where you're looking when you type here. And then whatever you've chosen, you'll notice I'm defaulting to file contents, so whatever you've chosen will display kind of shaded in the background here. So this means that if I type verify, I'm looking for all the documents that have the word verify in the entire document library, not just in the list. But if I wanted to search not just for documents that had verify in the contents, but I also wanted to make sure they had that word verify also in the description, now I'm going to get a smaller list because of those documents that had verify in the contents, only 7 of them also have the word verify in the description. So this determines here what you're searching all the document library for when you type something in this box. This is the most common here, doc ID or description, but you can also search doc ID or description or contents, or doc ID or description and contents. And the distinction here is these two will find it if it's in the contents, but it doesn't care if it's in the description or not. This one must have it in the description and the contents at the same time. So whatever you pick here, know that it will display what you've chosen here so that you always can see at a glance what you're searching for. And if you don't like what you're searching for, you just click this button here and then choose that. So I'm going to tell you just about favorite files. So to do that, I'm going to go into a certain matter using direct access, and I'm going to go to old client files, and I'm going to pull up our old favorite Purdue Law. Let's see, are they in my? Yep, they're in my favorites in the drop down, and matter 0. Now the reason I show you this, and I'm going to show you this list of Purdue Law, and then I'm going to go to another tab, and I'm going to look at my favorites. Now, my favorites from this perspective, as most people know them, are the most recent things I did. The 100 most recent emails, the 100 most recent Word documents, the 100 most recent Excel files. That's what favorites are. It's based on recency. Just like when you go to File Open in Word and it shows you the last 20 documents you opened. This is the same thing. Favorites is going to show you the top things. And favorites allows you to say, well, I only want the Excel documents that are my favorites, or I only want the Acrobat files. And you can check this and then say, show filtered favorites, or you can just click one of these buttons, and it will take me straight, if I click this one, it will take me straight to Acrobat documents that are my favorites. But what about something that I want to be a favorite that I always want to be a favorite, even if I don't use it for 4 months? Well, that's what this little heart is here. And this little heart means, I like to call that filling the heart with love. Once you click a heart, yes, Leanne, you haven't heard that one before, have you? Once you click the heart and fill it with a solid red, that means that that is now a favorite that you have dictated be a favorite. And they are different than the recency favorites in that a recency favorite will go away when you stop looking at that document, when you haven't opened it in a while, and it drops off the bottom because you've opened 100 other emails more recently or journaled 100 other emails more recently. Whereas these 3 emails where I have filled the heart with love will always show on my favorite list, even when I haven't used them in a while. And so then, having done that, if I go to favorites, one of my options becomes my chosen favorites. And I can show just my chosen favorites by doing that, or I can say, hey, show me all my favorites, and then however I'm sorting them will determine where these chosen favorites show up. How do you unchoose a favorite? You drain the heart of all its love by clicking it again and taking that solid red out of there. And now we no longer have any chosen favorites. And so if I go to favorites, it's not even there because I don't have any. And that, in a nutshell, is how favorites work. It's hard for me to talk about because it involves love. And maybe that's Mary Jo, maybe that's why I was talking about searching for love before when we were playing with this. But that's it. That's how you dictate what your favorites are. That's how you use your favorites. That's how you quickly get to certain types of favorites. And that's it. Now, next month, we're going to talk about email in Worldox. It all centers around this mysterious email tab that most of you haven't ever even been in. And if you do, it's like, where am I? How do I get out of here? Well, we'll tell you later. That's what we're talking about next month. How to control your email signature, how to control your email rules if you happen to have mistakenly said, hey, ignore every email I send to John Doe. And all of a sudden you think, well, that's not true. I want to journal those emails. I want to profile those emails. That's what we're talking about. Mary Jo and I will both take that very broad topic and cover it in great detail next month. Now, remember, you can go to our website at Attorney Computer Systems, with the emphasis on this S right here at the end of the word systems.com, attorneycomputersystems.com, and from there, you can see all of our video content, including our 3 virtual user group meetings, Tabs 3, Practice Master, and Worldox, and our Coffee Pot webinars, which is another live event. It's a monthly webinar series that I give on a Friday. And if you click, for instance, on the Worldox virtual user group meeting, you will find, among other things, information on the next meeting. Patty will be changing this any minute now to the November meeting, and when you get to that point, you'll be able to register by clicking one of the 2 links and see a description of what we're talking about. And as you scroll down, you will see the recorded version of the prior month's meetings. And we've been doing these Worldox virtual user group meetings for a couple of years now. The Tabs 3 and Practice Master, we actually go back 4 or 5 years. So you will find a lot of content on our website just by looking at the virtual user group meetings. Keep in mind, though, that we also have non-live events, like our eBytes recorded video series that Mary Jo does each month. She will record 1 Worldox, 1 Tabs 3, and 1 Practice Master eByte every month. And then we have the Paul and Mary Jo show, which about a third of those, or a quarter to a third of those, deal with Worldox. And that's a longer format video that is pre-recorded, where we take 10 or 15 or 20 minutes to work within the bounds of a very broad topic and go into great depth and detail on that particular topic. And of course, if you're looking for something like searching within Worldox, then you just type that over here in search and go through the list and find the webinar or the virtual user group meeting or the recorded content that you are interested in seeing. So that's it for this month. We will see you next month. Everybody have a good rest of the day. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.